Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to math. For today's lesson, you are going to need your Math 20 worksheet and a pencil. So go ahead and go get those things. Alrighty, welcome back. Before we get started on our worksheet, as always, we're going to work on our number fluency so that before everyone goes into first grade, they are experts and they can tell us what the numbers are. All right, so I'm going to hold them up and you tell me what those numbers are. 7, 17, 12, 18, 8, 20, 15, 14, 2, 11, 10, 16, 9, 6, 1, 13, 3, 5, 19, and 4. Very good. All right, the next thing we're going to do is some addition and subtraction fluency cards. So I'm going to hold up some addition cards, and when you see the cards, you're just going to say the answer. So you might think the problem in the whole sentence in your head, but only say the answer out loud. 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 4. Alrighty. Next, we're going to do some subtraction fluency cards. And we know that these are subtraction problems because they have our minus the minus right there, which tells us we're subtracting. And when we subtract, our number gets smaller. So we are going to be thinking in our heads, we're starting with the whole group and taking part of it away. All right. So for these, we're going to read the whole number sentence and then say the answer. So you can go ahead and read it along with me as I hold up the cards. 2 take away 2 is 0 left over. 1 take away 0 is 1 left over. 1 take away 1 is 0 left over. 3 take away 1 is 2 left over. 5 take away 0 is 5 left over. 4 take away 3 is 1 left over. 4 take away 2 is 2 left over. And 0 take away 0 equals 0 left over. Awesome job. Alrighty. So we are going to go ahead and get started on our math worksheet now. As I get these cards all gathered up. All right. For today, our learning target is I can write and identify the number 20. All right, so go ahead, get your pencil ready and have your packet or your math page in front of you. Today, as we've already said, we're learning about the number 20. This is the first number in the 20s family. Yesterday, we learned about the number 19. And 19 was the last number in the teens family. So for our number 20, we're going to go ahead and start it out by just tracing the letters and reading them as we trace them. T, W, E N T Y. 20. So now that we've traced the letters to make the word 20, we're going to practice writing our number 20. All right. So the first thing we're going to do to make a number 20 is to write a number 2. 20 is a 2 and a 0. So we're going to go ahead and trace the dots to write a number 0. So we have first a candy cane, then a shoe. That's the way to make a 2. And then we have a 0. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and practice some more. The big dots are showing us where you should be starting. So you should be starting at the top, not the bottom of your lines. And keep on tracing. And once you are on to the place where there is no more dots to trace, there should be room for about 2 more number 20s. When you write your number 20s on your own, make sure to finger space between them so that people can tell, if they're reading your page, that you wrote the number 20 over and over again, not 202020. There we go. All right. So if you need more time to do that, go ahead and pause the video. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our 10 frames. Our 10 frames, in our 10 frames, we have 10 spaces. And if we are going to write 20 stars in our 10 frames, that means we have 2 groups of 10. So in our first 10 frame, we filled it up all the way with stars, which means there's 10 stars inside of it. And our second 10 frame is also completely full of stars. So we need 2 whole 10 frames to make 2 groups of 10. So let's go ahead and count and mark them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1 group of 10. Now we're going to keep on counting. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, and that is our second group of 10. So if we look at our number 20 right here, we see that 20 has a 2, which stands for 2 groups of 10, and 0, which stands for with 0 added onto it. So we have 2 groups of 10 and 0 added onto it. All right. So we are going to go ahead and look at our number line. On our number line, we have our first number. It starts at number 11. So let's go ahead and count on from the number 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there's our number 20. Go ahead and circle it. All right, and in our box that says write the missing number, we're going to go ahead and trace our number 20 one more time. Now we're going to use our number line as a resource. We're going to point to our number 20, and then we're going to think what number on the number line comes before the number 20. That's right. The number we talked about yesterday, number 19, comes before our number 20. So go ahead and write 19 in the before square. And now look at your number line again and find the number that comes after the number 20. So on our number line, which we're using as a resource, what is that number? Go ahead and say it out loud. 21. That is right. 21 comes after our number 20. So we're going to write that in our after square. So our squares should read 19, 20, 21. Alrighty. Now we have empty 10 frames. We have 2 empty 10 frames. To write our number 20, we are going to need to make 2 groups of 10. Because we have a 2 in our tens place, which tells us we have 2 groups of 10. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in our empty squares with circles up to the number 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our first group of 10. Now let's start our second group of 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we have our lines of blocks, and if we remember from all of the days we've been learning our team numbers, each of our lines of blocks has 10 blocks inside. So if we start out with 10 blocks or one line of blocks, we know that we're going to need more blocks to get to our number 20. So we have one group of 10. And let's count from our second stick to make sure that we're getting up to our number 20. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. So this shows us that 20 is made up of 2 groups of 10. Woo. So our directions tell us to color 20 blocks. So if we have 2 stacks of blocks, and we know that there are 10 blocks in each stack, we can look at these and we can say, here's one group of 10, and color that in. And here is our second group of 10, which makes 20. Another way to get to this is when we count by tens up to 100, we say, instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up until 100, we can count by tens and say 10, 20, 30, 40, and get up to 100. On these, we can say 10, 20, and that's a quick way to count them. All right, and the last part of our packet is to fill in the missing numbers. So this number sentence says 10 add blank equals 20. So we need to fill in this blank. If we already have 10 blocks, how many more blocks do we need to get up to 20? We talked about how 10 is made up of not 1, but 2 groups of 10. So we would need 10 more. So let's read this number sentence together. 10 add 10 equals 20 all together. Now we can use this problem as a resource to help us fill in our second problem, which says 10 add 10 equals blank. So when you start with 10 blocks and you put another group of blocks together with it, that gives you, that is right, 20 blocks. Very good. All right, after all that work with the number 20, that is all we have for today. So go ahead and take a picture of that and post it to your teacher's Google Classroom, and we will see you on Monday. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye.